Hello friends, welcome to my channel Nihira Takis. In this video, let me create one web API application using .NET 10. So there we can do some basic example using the HTTP verbs. Finally, we can do the testing with Postman tool. Okay, so let me go to the Visual Studio. Here we can create the new project and choosing this template web API and providing the application name. Give next. And in this additional information, no need to change anything. Just click this create. Okay, our application is created successfully. We have a default controller in this controller section, weather forecast. So here I am going to create one new controller. Just click add, then controller, and here we can go to this API. So by default we can choose the empty controller. Okay, and let me provide the name is product. Okay, our controller is created. Okay, fine. So next let me create one model class for this product. First I am creating one new folder model, and inside the folder I am creating one class file. We can provide the name as product. Here we can declare some properties, ID, then name. So finally we can use price. Okay, fine. So next we can move on the controller side. So in this example I'm not going to connect with the database. I'm going to have one static array. So using that array we can cover all the HTTP verbs. Okay, so let me declare my array here, and it is list. So here we can use our model product. Okay, and the variable name we can provide products. Fine. So here we can have some default values. So first product laptop. Okay, so the same way let me include one more product as well. It's better we can copy this one. Okay, fine. So initially we can keep this one. The next we can write one get method, public action result. So it has no parameter. So here we can just return our products. Okay, and the top we can mention like. So now we can run and verify this one. If it is working, we can add the another HTTP verbs. Okay, I'm choosing this IAS. Okay, our application is running in the port number 44376. So here we need to change the URL. Okay, so if you look at our controller side, our URL is formed in this way: API slash our controller name. We copy this one, this product, and we have to provide like this. See, it is returning both records. Okay, our get function is working fine. And you may have a question how the port number is generated. These things are already configured. Okay, let me show you. Inside the property side, you can see this launch settings. Okay, so here you can see the profiles HTTP and HTTPS, IAS Express. Okay, so in this situation, if you look at here, if we choose to HTTP, then it will run the 5231. Similarly, if you are choosing HTTPS, then we have a two port numbers. Okay, similarly for this IAS, and see here 44376. So now let me add another one HTTP warehouse. Let me stop this one. So we can copy this one, and instead of the HTTP get, we can give HTTP post. Okay, so here we can change the method name. create, and it have one parameter. Okay, and next in our products we can add this data, and before that we can generate the ID for the new record. Okay, so finally in this return type we can return the newly created object. Okay, so let me verify this one. Okay, so since it is the post method, we cannot directly test from this browser. So let me open the Postman tool now. So here we can make the new request, the HTTP request. The type we can use the same get and our application URL. Okay, so our get method is working. The same way we can verify our post method also, and we can change the type post. Okay, and the URL is the same URL only, right? So next in this body section, we need to pass the value. Okay, so here we need to provide the value, so we can copy from here. I just copied one of the object. Okay, so ID we can provide 0, and the product name I'm providing TV, price 20,000. Okay, so now let me execute this function. So we got a response and it's showing the IDs too. So let me verify here as well through our get method. Okay, here I added both the IDs are 1. That is the reason. Okay, the new record is generated. Fine. So similarly, if I'm adding one more record, the expected the ID value is 3. Okay, the ID is created. Similarly, if I'm checking in this get method also, it will work. Okay, we are able to see the new record as well. So next, we can write the method for put. Before that, let me correct this ID too. Fine. So the same way, we can copy this one. I mean this method. Instead of the post, we can provide put, and again it's update. So in this update type, we can have one key value, that is our ID. Okay. So first we can verify whether we have a data for this ID. Okay. And we can check like if it is null. So in this scenario, we can return like not found. Okay. So in this else scenario, we can assign the values for this fraud variable. So the same way we can assign the value for this price as well. So finally, in this return type, we can return this value. Otherwise, we can just return no content. So these are the different return types. Anyway, I will make one short video for all different types of return types. So let me save this one. Okay, fine. So the same way we can create one more method for delete and also get by ID. So finally we can verify all the methods in our Postman side. Okay. So next in this delete method, instead of the put, we can use delete, right? And we have to change the function name as well, delete. And it have only one parameters, that is our ID. And in the same way, we can verify whether we have entry. If there is no data, we can say not found. If there is a data, we can remove that. Okay, fine. And also for this delete function, we have to pass this ID in the URL itself. So make sure we need to mention it here. The same thing is applicable for this put method also. One is we have to pass the object, and also we can keep this ID as the first parameter. Right. So now we can write the new method for get by code. So the first change method name get by code, and the type should be HTTP get, right? And here also the same way, if there is no data, we can say not found. If there is a data, and just return the respective data. Okay. Okay, fine. So now we can verify everything one by one. I run this application. Okay. So next in our Postman, we can execute our normal get function. So initially it will return two records only. So the reason is we not saved in any database. So whenever we restart our application, so then it will take all those static records. Okay. So next we can verify this post method. See the new entry is created. Again, if I am executing this one, the get method, we can see the third record also. Okay. The next we can execute another one get function. In this scenario, we can provide this ID 3. Now if I executed, I am able to get the single object. In case if I provide 1, okay, working fine. So finally if I provide 4, we got a response 404 not found. Okay. So next we can verify for the put method. So we can use the same URL, and I'm changing this type into put. So additionally we need to pass the object as well. So that object we can take it from here. We can take from this get function. I'm taking this ID3. Okay. And I'm just changing this into TV remote. The price I changed into 500. Okay. So now if I'm executing, I'm getting this 404 not found. The reason is, in this URL we have passed our ID is 4. There is no data. Okay. At the same time, if I'm passing 3, we got a response, success response only, 204, there is no content. Okay. So now if you are executing this function, I mean this get function, the values got updated. So the same way, if I provide 550, so now if I'm executing this method, got a 550 only. Okay. So next we can verify the delete function. I'm opening the new URL tab and changing this type into delete, and added this URL. From this URL itself, we are passing the data. Okay. Once I executed this one, see, 204 and no content. Now, if I'm trying to execute this get method, we got a 404. The reason is the particular record got removed. So if you execute here, we have a 2 entries only. Okay. So now in this delete method, if I provide 1, the 1 got removed. Now if I'm executing, we have just a single record. Okay. So this is the way our API will work. So this is very basic example for just to overview. So in my future video, we can see how to connect the database and what are the different types of return types, and how to add the authentication, how to improve our security. Okay. So these are all the concepts we can see one by one. So now we are in the end of the video. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box. And also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.